Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Uplyfft Leadership Call and the Shop Free Morning Leadership Call. This is Coach 100K helping you to make six figures in this industry, guys. We're excited to have you on the call this morning. And listen, get pen and pad out because we have an incredible lineup today for you, and you're not going to want to miss anything that these incredible leaders say on today. So I want to get out of the way and go ahead and introduce our international global trainer, Crown 3, the breakthrough specialist, has built teams bigger than anybody I know, teams in the thousands, tens of thousands, and yes, even millions. He wrote an incredible book called How to Build a Big Team Fast. And so let's welcome to the call, Dr. Breakthrough. It's breakthrough time. Shark.
Shark. Well, hey, I appreciate that, Coach 100K. We got a packed out call today. And I'm going to bring on Ronette that's going to read our declaration and thank you for all your leadership. And actually, the largest team I built was 1.5 million. However, one of our special guests, Mr. John Austin, has actually built a team of 3 million people before he launched Shop Free Mart. So you want to text people, get them up, say, don't miss this. It's going to be off the hook. So Ronette, you want to read our declaration, and we're going to move a little quicker today. And thank you very much.
Good morning. I will be reading the September declaration. I will give you some scriptures, but just go to the scriptures after the call yourself. And here I am reading right now. I am making my September a super September because in God's holy courtroom I have been declared innocent, although proven guilty. John 3:16, 2 Corinthians 5:21. I am making my September a super September because I am exercising courage to conceive in spite of me, boldness to believe because of thee, and taking action to achieve so others can see. I am making my September a super September because I choose to invest my time finding potential in other people, even myself, and situations instead of spending time finding fault. I am making my September a super September because I am committed to passionately proclaim and persistently practice Mark 11:23. Whosoever shall say unto this mountain, he shall have whatsoever he saith. Joshua 1:8. Then thou shalt make thy way prosperous. Ephesians 3:20. Unto him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that I can expect. I am making my September a super September because I refuse to walk in depression, doubt, or denial, but rather divine deliverance. I am focused on growing through whatever I go through so I can get my breakthrough. I am making my September a super September because I walk in divine favor. Thus, I can expect and shall experience sudden spiritual, physical, relational, emotional, intellectual, business, and financial breakthroughs. I am making my September a super September because I am paying attention to subtle clues, and I will take the proper cues that will keep me from suffering the consequences. However, if I fall or if I fail, my God has and is the cure. I am making my September a super September because the giant in front of me is only a midget compared to the God who is for me. Psalm 56:9, for God is for me. I anticipate receiving this or more by the end of September or sooner. I stand in the authority of the name of Jesus Christ, my Lord. Amen.
Amen. Wow, powerful. So, folks, let's take a deep breath again, symbolizing that we receive and we're breathing that in. All righty. So, I tell you, what an incredible day. We've got Mr. John Austin, the CEO, that's going to be speaking to us. And as an extra bonus, we've got Mr. Tom Green, the CTO, Chief Technical Officer, because I know some of you have asked about the international business aspect. He'll give you a few little tips on that. And, of course, I'm Dr. Stan Harris, the Chief Breakthrough Trainer. So you have all three here by the grace of God. So let's, if we don't mind, let's see here. Just want to see if we can unmute the line for. Okay, so I saw Mr. Austin out there a second ago. Hold on a second. My board is changing on me. Okay, here we go. All righty. So you are unmuted, Mr. John Austin, the CEO. This guy, listen, certified health nutritionist. Not only that, listen, he built a team of over 3 million people. He's an ordained minister, a second-degree black belt in Shotokan Karate. He is a father, a husband. He's just an incredible visionary, and you're going to hear something, my friend, that's going to enhance and empower and change your life. And then his partner, Mr. Tom Green, is going to come on and talk about international as well. So, Mr. Austin, take it away, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Breakthrough, and a warm welcome to everybody this morning. You know, a number of years ago, God gave me a vision of a company that rose up out of nothing and become the greatest company in the world. In that vision, I saw that I was the first one to tell the world about this company, but I was not specifically shown that I was the one who started it. I guess I kind of waited around hoping somebody else would start it, thinking that if my vision were true, I would be the master distributor who would begin telling the world about it. In the meantime, the company I was with at the time of my vision took away my income, and since then, 2 more companies took away my income. This was the 4th time in my career that I had my income stolen, and that was when I finally decided to start my own company, because I simply could not bring myself to try for a 5th time of losing my income. As I look back, I believe that God had a purpose in me starting this company, and perhaps it was no accident that I kept being thrown overboard like Jonah in the Bible, who was told he was called to preach repentance to Nineveh, but took a boat going in the opposite direction until he was thrown overboard and swallowed by a whale. So let me ask each of you a personal question. Do you know your purpose? Why are you alive today? What is God's purpose for your life? I like this quotation. If your ladder is not leaning against the right wall, every step you take just gets you to the wrong place faster. And to get your ladder leaning against the right wall, you must find your mission in life. What is your purpose? And if your purpose is not biblical, if it does not in some way serve God and in some way serve people and make life better for them, then it's dangerous. The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but life with the wrong purpose. Do you know why? Because at the end of your life, you will have regrets. At the end of your life, you will realize that you wasted your time, your talents, and your energy. Purpose for life can only come from God, and you will not find fulfillment until you know your purpose, and you will not know your purpose until you connect your life with God. Now, I don't believe there are any accidents in life. You were introduced to Shop Free Mart for a reason. Sharing the Shop Free Mart vision and products and opportunity with others is a worthwhile purpose. Some of you are not sharing Shop Free Mart with others, and it's not because you don't want to. It's because you think you don't know who to talk to, or you think you don't know where to find your prospects, or you're not sure how to do a presentation, or you're afraid people are going to say no. If you're afraid of being rejected, it's because you're attached to the outcome. Let me share a simple formula that will help you know who to talk to and how to share Shop Free Mart with them, and at the same time not be attached to the outcome. I want you to imagine that Shop Free Mart is going to pay you $500, not for everyone you recruit, but for everyone you invite to take a look. This, by the way, is called headhunting and is illegal. Otherwise, we might find a way to do it. So remember, this is only imaginary, but it has to be a sincere invitation in order for you to get paid. Now, you have to have a presentation to give them. This could be one of our landing pages or an invitation to this conference call. And in a moment, I'm going to give you a phone number that will actually be a presentation that you can take people to. So something like this, where they can get a good overview of our opportunity and products. Now, they don't have to say yes in order for you to get paid, but it has to be a real invitation. You get paid $500 for each invitation with one caveat. You have to invite one person each day before midnight each night. The first day that you miss, that program is never available for you again. So you don't get to use any excuses. It doesn't matter what happens in your circumstances. You have to make at least one invitation each day, 7 days a week. So if you have to go to the hospital, you might have to invite one of the nurses or one of the doctors. So that's $15,000 a month. But if you ever miss even one day, it doesn't matter the excuse, you are out. Question number 1. Would you perform on that agreement? Question number 2. Could you perform on that agreement? Do you have the ability? Question number 3. Who would you talk to? So we're going to go through a short guided visualization, and I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and think about how you would feel when I ask you, who would you talk to? Now remember, you're getting paid $500 for each invitation, so close your eyes and think for a moment, how do you feel when I ask you who you would talk to? Now before I ask you for the answer, I'm going to ask you, what did you feel? Did you experience peace, calm, confidence, fun, adventure? If you did, that's what it feels like to be a master network marketer. When I ask you who you would talk to, the answer you may have verbalized is, I would talk to everyone. I'm going to give you an answer that probably speaks to how you felt. The real answer is you wouldn't talk to everyone. The real answer is you would talk to anyone. A professional does not talk to everyone. Why? Because it's unprofessional. And if you only need to talk to one person a day, you have all kinds of opportunities. So you are at peace. You're never panicked. You never feel like you need to get someone in. You know that all you need to do is invite, and everything else falls into place. So if all you need to do is invite, what would you say to someone? This may surprise you, but it really doesn't matter. It's really hard to say the wrong thing to the right person when timing is right. Now, getting someone at the right time is what gets them to take a look. If it's the wrong time in their life, they're not going to be able to hear you because they are too overwhelmed with what's going on in their life right now. So the real question to what you would say is probably, I don't really know what I would say to them, and it doesn't really matter. You would simply say whatever you were inspired to say. Now, I'm not saying that training is not important. Training and practice will improve your results, but there is no training that equals rolling up your sleeves and doing it. You can't help but get better with practice. 90% of what's important is seeing yourself doing it with peace, power, freedom, and authenticity. The last question to ask yourself, what would you do if people said no? You're getting $500 for each invitation. Notice your feelings. Who are you going to talk to? What are you going to say to them? How are you going to feel if they say no? So what? I'm getting paid $500. These are the feelings that you need to get to. If you can do that and you do one invitation every day without fail, you will become a master network marketer. And the way you do that is to just talk to anyone the same as you would if Shop Free Mart were paying you $500 for each person you talk to. Here is the formula of what you can expect from one invitation a day, 7 days a week. This is called a ratio. And of course, it will be different for everyone. One invitation a day with the peace and power and authenticity that you would have if you were getting paid $500 per invitation will result in 2 presentations a week, maybe more. That may not be true in the beginning, but if you continue with the formula, it will eventually be true because on the 12th week, you're going to be doing presentations for people that absolutely told you no in the first week. 90 invitations in 90 days will put you in the top 1% of all leaders in our company. That in itself makes you an elitist. That much experience is going to make you know more about inviting people to look at Shop Free Mart than 99% of the people in Shop Free Mart. And by the end of 90 days, you're going to be the cream of the crop. You don't need mastery. Let me say it again. You don't need to be a master network marketer to make $10,000 a month. All you need to do is commit to this formula and never go to bed at night before making at least one valid invitation to someone. If I were to pay you $500 for each invitation, you would know who to talk to, wouldn't you? You would know what to say, and you would know how to emotionally handle the rejection you're going to get most of the time. Following this formula is what gives you mastery. These three things eliminate most people from even playing the game. And finally, these three things are the only things that separate those who earn $10,000 a month and those who don't. I've never failed to earn less than $10,000 a month with any company when following this formula. For the first 90 days, I recommend that you do what I call a 90-day blitz. You go all out with whatever time you can put into it, into inviting for the first 90 days. Doing this will shortcut your success by a huge margin. It also gets you busy enough that you don't have time to chase people. People will have to start chasing you if they want to get involved in your business. Now I'm going to give you a simple plan of how to put this into action. We're simplifying our 2 Freedom packages and putting them on our main site. The first one costs $149. That package gives you 3 Shop Free Mart products, and when you sell one of these packages, you will earn a $50 direct sale bonus. Then we have a $199 breakthrough package, which also gives you 3 Shop Free Mart products plus Dr. Breakthrough's 21-day breakthrough challenge. And when you sell one of our breakthrough packages, you will earn a $75 direct sale bonus. Plus, we pay $50 from either of these packages into our special Freedom Package Unilevel. Now, I told you I'm going to give you a phone number. Our newest ambassador, 82 years old, she 3-wayed people to this phone number that I'm going to give you, and in less than, 7, 8, 9 days, she became an ambassador. And she doesn't even have a computer, folks. So we have to understand, if we do something, the same thing that somebody else is doing, and they have success, more than likely we're going to have success by following that same pattern, aren't we? If somebody can take a certain cake mix and bake it in an oven at a certain temperature and come out with a good cake, we can probably do the same thing, can't we? It's like a cookie cutter approach. So I'm going to give you a cookie cutter, and all you have to do is stamp out the cookies, put them in the oven, and you're going to have success. So what you're going to do is you're going to start 3-weighing people into this number, and the number is 646-653-1827. 646-653-1827. Now the magic of this, and I'm not going to go into all of the details, but if you share a Freedom package with 3 people, that's going to pay you back the money that you paid for your own Freedom package. So essentially, you got 3 products for free, or 3 products and a breakthrough package for free. Now, if everybody can get 3 in their first week, and if somebody can get 9 in their first week and they don't even have a computer, I think everybody can get 3. Wouldn't you agree? So the goal is to get 3 your very first week or less than a week. By 3-weighing people into this number, you're going to get 3 people to take one of these freedom packages. And then you're going to work with them the next week. You're not going to quit inviting yourself, because you're going to invite 3 more people the next week and 3 more people the next week, and that will make you ambassador. Okay? But the goal is at least 3 your first week, help them get 3 the next week, and by driving this down 9 levels in the unilevel loan, where we pay $50, we'll pay you at the end of 9 weeks, would pay you $421,395. $421,000, folks, by just inviting people, letting the system do the work. There's no explaining involved. You simply call people up and say, hey, could I 3-way you into this short message? It's really that simple, but you have to do it. So with that, I'm not going to go into any details. We've got more good news here for you, and I'm sure Tom's got some great things to share with us. So I'm going to turn it back to you, Dr. Breakthrough.
Wow. Now, Mr. Austin, this is just incredible, because this lady that you mentioned, 82, didn't even have a computer. And as a matter of fact, I tried to get her on the noon call yesterday, and she's like, Dr. Breakthrough, I couldn't make it. I was busy talking to people. I'm so excited about sharing this. She said so. Anyway, but folks, you're at the right place at the right time, and I trust you picked the heart, and so picked up the heart of Mr. Austin and the vision. I often say, if your vision is not his vision, then that equals division, and we don't need division. We need a unified front of people to say, you know what, we're going to make this happen by the grace of God, for the glory of God, and for the good of the people of God. So thank you again very much for that. And I'm sure someone will have a question or two at the end here. We'll just hold on. And Mr. Tom Green, the CTO. Now, you just heard from John Austin, the CEO. Now we've got Tom Green, the CTO, Chief Technical Officer. And by the way, they've been doing so many upgrades and got so many more things. So Mr. Tom Green's going to also address the international. We get so many questions because we're 120 countries. Mr. Tom Green, welcome, my friend.
Well, hello, everyone. Shark. I'm glad to be here, and I'll give you a couple of quick updates first on the website. Our 9-level unilevel, excuse me, is now fully compressed. So the only people that fall in the unilevel is people who purchase a product. They have to purchase to be in the unilevel, and they will roll up to you if they're underneath you. I don't care if 100 levels down, they could roll up underneath you and you get paid. So it's fully compressed. There are no non-buyers in there, no clutter, no junk. Now, we also coded the commissions for people who don't buy, receive 50% of the commissions, and their ambassador, if their product qualified for the month, they'll receive the other 50%. So we're giving that extra 50% to the ambassador that's qualified. If your ambassador is not qualified, it'll go up to the next available ambassador in that line that is qualified. So that's how that works, and it's better that everybody just buys the product so we don't have to give away your commissions. It's very simple, 1 product a month, any one you want, and you can have a timer. It's right in the back office, right at the top. You can see it go as you buy a product, how many days you have left, and we're working on some autoresponders to let you know you got 5 days left, you got 2 days left. If you don't buy tomorrow, you're going to lose your spot in the unilevel. Then you're going to have to re-enter. So that's the way it is. And now about international shipping. We have hooked up with a very savvy shipping company, and they are very good at shipping international orders. We have placed a customs value to make it cheap for people so they don't get stuck paying big customs of $5 per product. So that's just the value that the customs people will see. That's not what you paid for the product. That's to help international people get their products fast, cheap, and expensive. For example, in the Philippines here, when I order products, I'll order 6 of them. That's $30. There is no customs on $30, and I'll receive my products in 4 to 5 days. Now in India, they seem to have problems with customs. I don't know why, but I got the Ivory Coast where we're shipping a lot of product. They have an office there, and they're doing bulk orders. We can also do those. So if you're opening an office in another country and you need a certificate and all the good stuff about Shop Free Mart, we can send that to you. We did for the Ivory Coast. And you can be set up as a satellite Shop Free Mart office. You just collect the money in advance. You pay for the product. We will ship it out in bulk. You will save on shipping costs and get the product on time and then distribute it to your downline. But you got to make sure that it's not going to get caught up in customs in your country. You got to visit the customs people and ask them what the deal is, how much you can order, because some countries will let you do 200, some countries will let you do several hundred, and some will let you do just $50. So it's each country is different, and we don't have a list of that, and we can't track that anyway, because those laws could change. Even if we did find the law right now, tomorrow it could be different. So we don't want to say anything on that. But each country's customs is different, and you have to deal with those people. And if you can get that worked out, you can really go to work in your own country, building a business, starting an office, and making things happen. Wow. That's it, Dr. Breakthrough, but it's working, especially in the Ivory Coast. They are making it happen.
Wow.
Can I recap on that?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
folks. Don't buy a product and you lose unit-level profit shares. But you will earn 50% of your Fast Start profit shares, and then the other 50% that you don't receive will be paid to the first upline ambassador that is product qualified. Everybody needs Shop Free Mart products, so the winning formula is just buy 1 or more products each month. That's it.
Well, I buy a product every week, and sometimes 2 twice a week. I mean, my wife said, "Baby, can you overdose on that stuff?" I was like, "I don't think so." No, man. But anyway, but when you have products that work and they're pure, concentrated like this, and I mean, I had a lady call me yesterday. She was so excited. She's like, "Oh my goodness, I can't." She's like, "I can't believe something all natural works this fast, works this good." And Evangelist Foster, so she's like, "Oh my goodness, my husband, he wants our whole community to get these products, because if people feel better, then they can do our business better." I was like, yes, exactly right. So with their communities, they now see that, yeah, people, she said, and I got to get everybody to get that 21-day breakthrough challenge, get your mind. I said, exactly. So when people can think better, they can do better. When people feel better, they can build whatever they want to build better. And so that's why there's such powerful collaborations like with Uplyfft, with Coach 100K, and with Shop Free Mart. We're like, look, let's get a pilot test group, and the folks have been testing this. It's been working so well, and folks are making money and making a difference. And now also with the cash crowd fund, they said, wow, we could do the same thing. They saw the example of Coach 100K and said, well, we could do the same thing with our folks. So, folks, this is incredible. So, but for the international, I want you to make sure you understand that. Also, I think you mentioned something about the bulk orders, Tom, if we just want to recap, make sure, because we've got several people on the line. I think there's a huge group of Ethiopia, Egypt, and places like that. So, but I just want to make sure you're clear on the bulk order.
But let me detail a little bit about bulk orders. They have to be done through the office, because there isn't a bulk order form yet on the website. So they have to call into customer service. Tracy will do the bulk order. She'll take it. She'll calculate the shipping costs, add it to the order and the weight, and give you your total, and that's that. Simple deal. But you will save a lot on shipping. And
Okay.
and the order will be right because you're in coordination with the agent right over the phone. So you got 5 hydration drops, you got 2 silvers, you got 3 Ciagas, and so on and so forth. And they all go out in one package to the person. But remember, check with customs before you do this.
Okay. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. And I've never seen a customer support open 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday. But also, Tom, I think you mentioned about this a doctor or something. I think that he actually just has stuff come to his place, and then he just sells them or redistributes to the people in that area or something. So international people, they have that freedom; they could do that as well. I mean,
yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely. You have the freedom to order and as much as you want and sell it as you want to.
There you go. Wow. All right. Let me see. I think KM, I said Abdullah Moroff, I think you had the question. Let me see if I can unmute your line. Just to make sure all your questions are answered about international travel, international business. So your line is unmuted. I hope there's no background noise there. And make sure were all your questions answered, sir. Your line should be unmuted now.
Thanks for giving me a chance, Dr. Victor. I have a question. Can they build also the network on those countries, international?
Yes, certainly. But again, it always depends on what are the limits of your customs and duties in your country. So if let's say the duties are $25, well, you're not going to be able to do bulk orders because you're going to have customers order it and we'll ship it to them directly. But if they have big duties, big amounts where it's duty free, then you can do big bulk orders, like on the Ivory Coast. So it just depends country to country how it works in their country. Remember, each product is listed as $5 on the customs form. So if you ordered 100 products, that would be $500 worth of products as far as customs go. That's not the real price, that's the customs price. I'm trying to save you money. Yeah.
Awesome. So folks, and so we understanding you can build, this is international. A person could build this anywhere. And whatever the barriers are, remember here, we break through barriers. So we'll figure out a way. If it's not, and we'll work it and we'll break through it. So do you have any other questions for Tom on the international, sir?
Just get the laws of your own country and what they charge, and there you go. Then you can figure out everything else and make it happen.
All righty. Okay, I think Mr. Carter had a question. I think. Let's see here. It looks like.
Yes, sir. Tom, is there not a list of the customs, but is there a list of the 120 countries that we do business in that we can have access to?
Well, we can do business anywhere except for like Iran, North Korea,
Okay.
China we do business in.
When you go to the order form, you'll have a drop down list there, or the sign up form. If the country is listed on the form, then yeah, we ship there.
Thank you.
Wow. Awesome. And folks, again, in Houston at October 12th meeting, we've got powerful speakers lined up, but also we're working to have Mr. Tom Green and John Austin there, however, by way of streamline, over the internet streaming. But that would be another reason for you to be there. So, all righty, well, Coach 100K, let's see if you have a question or to close it out. And want to thank our guests here. This is powerful. And that number that Mr. Austin gave out again, 646-653-1827, 646-653-1827. It's always listed on www.freebreakthroughpresentation.com, freebreakthroughpresentation.com. By the way, many of our people are building their business, like I told you before. If you can point, you can get paid. The more you say, the less you'll get paid. The more you point, the more you'll get paid. So if you want to build a huge success line where each of us creates a success for the rest of us, you can point them to free breakthrough presentation, and they can watch that presentation, my friend, and that's it. And then again, there's a whole tab that says presentation calls, and we do 4 live calls a day. That a person has access to Monday through Friday. And so all that information is on freebreakthroughpresentation.com. Coach, 100K, what you got to say? This is off the chart.
Shark. Hey, a great job. As always, Tom and John, we thank you for your diligence and what you're doing to make everything so pleasant here at Shop Free Mart. And we appreciate all you do. Thanks for being our guest on today.